This is Lesson 11, Perimeter of Composite Figures. We're first going to remember how to find perimeter of a circle, which is called circumference. So it says determine the circumference round to the nearest tenth if necessary. The formula for circumference is C equals pi d. We know what pi is, 3.14, and we know what d is, which is the diameter. This first circle, we're going to find circumference. So just a reminder, that's the perimeter. So it's the distance all the way around the circle. That's what we're finding. For this circle, we're going to start by looking at radius or diameter. So I can see that this line starts in the center, goes to the edge, so we know that's a radius. And the diameter would just be timesing that by 2, which is 8. All right, now we're going to write our formula. So that's C equals pi d. Pi is 3.14 and the diameter is 8. Okay, we're going to put that into our calculators. So 3.14 times 8, and that's 25.12 inches. And it's not squared because we're talking about perimeter here, which is just the distance around that circle. All right, let's take a look at our next circle. So we're going to determine the circumference, and the circumference this time is just halfway around. Okay, again, we'll start with our radius and our diameter. The line I can see goes from one side to the other, so that means it's a diameter. And to get the radius, I would just divide that by 2 to make it 5 centimeters. The formula for circumference is C equals pi d, and that's the distance all the way around. Since I'm only going halfway, I have to take that formula and divide by 2. So pi is 3.14 times the diameter is 10, and then we'll divide it by 2. So our final answer is 15.7 centimeters. So let's just go over that again, what perimeter is. I've been mentioning it, now we'll have it written down. Perimeter means the distance around the outside of any figure. Any line that is on the edge of a shape needs to be added into the perimeter. Okay, we're going to find the perimeter of the following shapes. Now remember when we did area yesterday, we divided the shape up into its simple. We divided the composite figure into its simple shapes. We don't do that in perimeter. When we find perimeter, it's just the outside of the figure. And what I like to do is I like to think of a little man going for a walk around the track. So this little man is going to walk this distance. He's going to walk this distance here. He's going to walk all the way along the bottom, and then he's going to walk back up where he started. Look, just like it's a track. What this little man is not going to do is take a shortcut into the middle. So that is not part of the outside. All right, let's see if we have all the values for what we need, and then we can just add them all together. So he's going to walk this distance here, and I can see I have that distance below. It's 13.4. All right, so our little guy is doing good. He now has to walk this distance here, which is on a diagonal. So that distance there, we do not know, which means we have to calculate it. All right, let's start there. Now I have to think how I can calculate this missing side. I don't have any other sides running in the same direction, so I can't add or subtract like we have in the past when we had missing sides. What I'm going to have to do is use what I know about right triangles. We learned in a couple lessons ago that I can find the missing side in a right triangle by using Pythagorean theorem. If I start my arrow at the 90 and go across, I can see what's missing is actually the C. And let's look, do I have the legs of the triangle? So I have 10 here. Do I have this leg of the triangle? And I can look, yes, it's 12.5, same as the other side. All right, let's write our formula. So C squared equals A squared plus B squared. C squared is what I'm finding. A is 10 squared plus B is 12.5 squared. C squared I know is 10 times 10, which is 100. 12.5 squared is 12.5 times 12.5, which is 156.25. So c squared equals, we'll add them together, 256.25. And then remember to get the do the opposite of square is square root. So we'll do the square root of both sides. And 256.25, the square root is 16. All right, so we know this side now. We can write it on. We know this is 16 meters. Okay, so let's keep walking. We can see that this side right here to the edge of the leg, we already know is 10 meters. So we're going to be adding 13.4 plus 16 plus 10. We're going to keep walking. Well, not the triangle, you stay there. Keep walking. So we can see now that we walk along the 13.4. So that will be added into the question to find the perimeter. And the last distance we have to walk to get back where we started is the 12.5. Okay, we have all the numbers we need, so let's go ahead now and we'll do the perimeter calculation. So I'm just going to try and keep everything in the same screen. So I'm going to go perimeter equals 13.4 plus 16 plus 10 plus 13.4 plus 12.5. And sometimes what I do is as I write the number down, I might cross it off or put a check mark. So I wrote the first 13.4, that's here, plus 16, plus 10, plus 13.4, plus 12.5. And then I don't have to worry about missing any numbers. All right, last step, let's put that in our calculator and we'll see what we get. So 13.4 plus 16 plus 10 plus 13.4 again, plus 12.5, and we get 65.3 meters. Remember, the units are just meters because it's just a distance around the edge, a linear distance. All right, let's look at our next question. So remember again, we're finding perimeter. We do not divide it up into a triangle and a semicircle. We think of our little man going for a walk. So he has to first walk down this side, and we know that is going to be a distance of 10. There's no units. Why don't we pretend it's meters? So we have our distance of 10. Remember, our little guy does not take shortcuts. He goes only around the edge. So he goes around this curve. And let's put that in. Oh, and we don't know this curve. Okay, so now we have to do a calculation. We know how to find that distance. We practiced up here. Whoops, my screen moved on me. We practiced up here where I did it in the red. So we're going to go ahead and do that same calculation. So circumference is c equals pi d, but this is not a full circle, it's a half circle, so we have to take the formula and divide by 2. So pi we know is 3.14 times the diameter. Now this line goes from the center to the edge, so we know that that is a radius. And we need to get a diameter, so we just times it by 2. So we need to use 12 meters. So the diameter is 12, and then we're going to divide by 2. Let's put that in our calculator. 3.14 times 12 divided by 2. We get 18.84, and that's meters. So let's write that on. We got 18.84. Okay, so we know he walks there. And then our little guy walks back where he started. So that side right there is also 10. All right, we have our 3 sides. We're ready to do our perimeter calculation. So we have perimeter equals 10 plus 18.84 plus 10. Okay, we add it up and we'll get 38.84 meters. So you can see today's questions are very different than our area in that we don't split up the shapes, we're just going around the edge. Okay, you're going to have questions to practice on the other side. Make sure that you are remember, and I'm going to put it here at the top of the page, that it's a little man walking around the edge. That's how you find perimeter. And if you have a side that is on an angle, like this, that's missing, then you probably have to look for a right triangle and do Pythagorean theorem. to get the missing side, like our first example on the other page. If you have a curve like this, that is missing that you have to find, then you probably have to use c equals pi d divided by 2. Okay, so watch out for those on the questions. Hopefully this has helped you understand how to find perimeter of composite figures.